The market sinks and then rallies out of our support box. Is it time for the bulls to take back control? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market sold off in the after hours yesterday, and then before the open started to rally and was able to rally back and capture all of those losses, pushing into the green at the close and then pushing up again here in the overnights. The question is, are the bulls back in control and ready to rally? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, a couple quick housekeeping notes. Next week, I will be out. I will not be having videos every day. I can't promise you what days I will have videos, but I'm taking that week off to spend time with family. Also, at the new year, because we're doing so well and we're going to be adding a lot of value to the channel, including training videos and training courses, prices will be going up for our subscription. So if you want to get in, now is the time so you can get the lower prices. I'll be updating you on that later on. For now, let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And as you can see, we got this big red sell-off bar here in the after hours. They took it right down to our support area at the top of 3,800 on the ES, which is well into our support area on the SPX. And if you remember, we have about a 30-point difference in the ES contract we were tracking in this one. So it does put it squarely in our support area of 37 to 3,800. And then we saw a reversal here and a push higher. And the question is this push higher the start of the C wave higher that we've been looking for towards 4,300, or is it a wave 4 bounce? So those are essentially the two counts that we're tracking, and they're going to break down kind of like this. So if this is the bottom, if we have found the bottom of wave B, okay, the count tracks as wave 1 up, wave 2 down, and we're in wave 3 up. Now, the issue I have with wave 3 is that this wave 1 of 3 spiked extra high, almost up to the 1.0, which is very uncommon in Elliott Wave that a 1 of 3 would go that high. It's not impossible, but it's extremely uncommon. So with that 1 of 3, okay, 2 of 3 down, we would now be in 3 of 3. And if this is going to be the breakout that we need it to be, because this wave 1 extended so high, this wave 3 is going to have to extend as well. So we'd look for it to hit a minimum, a very bare minimum of 38.85, but I'd love to see it hit the 38.95 or 39.13 areas before we see a pullback. So we'd like to see a big, strong rally up out of here for this 3 of 3. All right, then we'd look for a wave 4 down and wave 5 of 3 up. Okay, and then, of course, 4 and 5 after that towards the 39.13 plus area. So a couple issues with that count, the 1 of 3 spike and this overall height for a wave 1 of C would not be big enough to hit the targets that we're looking for. So I do have some issues with that. Doesn't mean they can't extend in wave 3 and get there. It just means that it's not the ideal size for a wave 1 of C. So that is some of the issues I'm looking at with the bullish count being ready for a full-on breakout. The other issue is the target for that move is 39.13, okay? And the 382 retrace, which is a perfect wave 4 target, would be 39.10. So they're really in the same ballpark there. So it's very possible that this could be a wave 4 higher, and we still need a wave 5 lower after that. So if we're looking at the wave 4 count, okay, then it becomes that this move up was A, then you got B down, and now you're looking at C up toward that 39.10 to 39.13 area. Okay, and from there we would look for a strong move down in wave 5 of this bigger move down. And that wave 5 would target the 37.87 to 37.50 area. Okay, so this move up would be an ABC right toward that 382 extension at 39.10, which is also the perfect target for what we're looking for at 39.13. And that would bring us back down to 37.87 to 37.50 to complete this B wave. And then we'd look for a pretty strong rally off of that low. So those are the two counts we're tracking. What we would look for, guys, to distinguish between the two counts is if the bulls can take this up over 39.44, which is the 50% retrace of wave 3, that is a very strong indication that the bottom is in, because wave 4s tend to not get past the 50% retrace. At that point, it becomes something else. So if they can push this up back over 39.44, that's a strong indication that the bulls are back in control, and we're headed towards that 4,300 zone and that C wave higher. But as long as we're under 39.10, okay, pressure remains down toward the 37.87 to 37.50 areas. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, as you can imagine, very similar counts here. always are. They trade pretty much in step. They look very similar when they trade. So in that case, we're looking at the two possible counts of this bottom being the low and completing that B wave that we were looking for. It's right in our support zone at that 11,000 region. Okay, and if that's the case, we got our wave 1 up, our wave 2 down, and then wave 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and again, wave 3 of 3 is going to need to extend. And I'd like to see a minimum of that 11,298 to 11,353 areas for that wave 3 at a minimum, and then a pullback in wave 4, and then 5, and then 4 and 5 again to complete that move up. Now, if that's the case, okay, again, we're targeting right around that 382 extension at 11,434, so it's not quite high enough to give us the projected targets we need toward that 13,000 plus area. So that is an issue I have, as well as this is an extremely sloppy impulsive move up, so I'm not real sold on it being impulsive. So there is that as well. And so on the NASDAQ, what we would look for is for them to push up over 11,434 and then over 11,554. If they get over 11,554, that's a strong indication the bulls are back in control, and we should be headed toward that 13,000 region. For the wave 4 count on the NASDAQ, same type of thing, only this is just an A, B, and then we're looking for that C wave higher toward that 11,434 region to give us that wave 4 of the move down. Then we'd look for that wave 5 down toward that 10,800 region before seeing the rally start and see back toward 13,000. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it will take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, and make sure you become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. We have 2 incredible rooms. In the first room, my Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, as well as a midday video where we go through exactly what count is playing out and where we are in that count. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. Something you kind of have to see to understand, and it's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can make some money together. Okay, key takeaways for today. We got to see which account is playing out. As it stands right now, I am leaning toward the wave 4-5 down into that 3750 region, just based on how sloppy the structure is and how short this target for wave 1 is. However, if we do push over 3913 and ultimately over that 3944 area, then the bulls are in control and we should be looking toward the 4300 area from there. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of situation. We need to see which count plays out. But ultimately, it's going to come down to if they can push back over 11,554. Anything under 11,434, pressure remains down. Anything over 5,454, and the bulls are in control, and we should be looking toward that 13,000 region. Guys, that is the market update for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.